It begins before the lights, before the music, before the cameras even start rolling. The air itself feels charged, not with chaos, but with quiet anticipation. Because hours before the Love Your W 2025 gala even began, Kim Taehyung had already set the internet on fire. A simple Instagram story. One candid frame. 5 friends, Taehyung, Park Seo-joon, Choi Woo-shik, Park Young-sik, and Peak Boy, standing together like time never moved. The caption read, Wooga, 95Z reunion in one day. We've never been this close. Just a few words, yet they carried warmth, nostalgia, and something deeply human. The kind of post that doesn't scream for attention, but invites you to feel it. Within minutes, the fandom was alive. Timelines flooded with screenshots, edits, and hearts. It wasn't just a photo, it was a memory in motion, a reminder that fame never erased friendship. That even amidst the noise of the world, connection endures. And for fans, that meant everything. As evening arrived, Seoul glowed softly under a fading pink sky. The Love Your W gala unfolded inside a hall draped in warmth and light. Candles flickered against white walls, champagne glasses chimed softly, and every guest shimmered beneath the golden hue of the chandeliers. It was elegance, but not cold elegance. It breathed. It pulsed. It felt alive. And then, Taehyung arrived. No fanfare, no grand entrance. Just presence. A calm that shifted the room without sound. Cameras turned instinctively, not because he demanded attention, but because he was attention. He moved like poetry, deliberate yet fluid, confident without noise. His suit, sleek and understated, caught just enough light to remind you that grace doesn't always need glitter. You could almost hear the collective intake of breath from fans watching online streams and scrolling live updates. He doesn't even need to try, one wrote. He is the moment, another said. And they were right. At the dinner table, a scene unfolded that felt straight out of a film. Taehyung sat beside Karina from aespa, 2 stars from different generations of K-pop, sharing quiet laughter under candlelight. Their conversation flowed easily, soft and genuine. No dramatic gestures, just warmth. Fans replayed the clips endlessly, calling it the table of elegance, a moment that blurred the line between idol and human, between art and authenticity. Then came Hyungwon from Monster X, adding easy humor to the mix. The 3 of them, laughing, leaning in, sharing glances, created an atmosphere that felt more like a cozy dinner among friends than a high-profile gala. You could feel it even through the screen. Taehyung has that rare gift of making any space feel safe, of turning grandeur into comfort. Later, when soft music filled the hall, he was seen with Jung Harin, gently swaying to the rhythm. No choreography, no pose, just 2 men enjoying a moment that wasn't meant to be performed. Fans called it pure aesthetic. But beneath that beauty was something deeper, the serenity of someone who knows how to simply be. Park Seo-joon joined him soon after, 2 old friends in a new chapter, exchanging smiles that said more than words ever could. Theirs wasn't a loud reunion, but one built on years of trust, laughter, and the kind of loyalty fame can't manufacture. It grounded the night, reminding everyone that even in glitter and fame, the truest luxury is friendship. And then came a moment that could have gone unnoticed if not for how genuine it was. A female guest, politely approaching Taehyung for a selfie. He smiled, nodded, and leaned slightly so she could capture the frame. Just a few seconds, yet it became one of the night's most talked about clips. Because it wasn't about the photo, it was about the grace, the awareness, the quiet kindness that defines him more than any performance ever could. Throughout the night, fans online couldn't stop talking. They describe his aura as magnetic but gentle, royal but real. One tweet read, "He doesn't dominate the room. He harmonizes with it." And that might be the best way to describe him, a quiet storm that calms everything it touches. But beyond the beauty, beyond the glamorous photos and viral videos, there was purpose. The Love Your W Gala wasn't just an event. It was a call for awareness, a movement of hope for those fighting breast cancer. Taehyung's presence amplified that message. Because when he shows up, people listen, not just to the fashion or the fame, but to the meaning. He doesn't speak loudly, yet somehow he says everything. Through his calm, his sincerity, his humanity. By the time the night came to an end and guests began to leave, the glow of the chandeliers had softened, the music faded, and the laughter quieted. But the feeling lingered. Because Taehyung didn't just attend the gala, he transformed it. He took an event built on glamour and turned it into something more tender, more human. From the Wooga Squad photo under daylight to the candlelit laughter inside the gala, the story of that day wasn't about fame. It was about connection. About how one person can walk into a room and make it warmer. About how authenticity can outshine everything else. And maybe that's why the world doesn't just watch Kim Taehyung. It feels him. Because every time he appears, whether in a photo, a smile, or a quiet gesture, he reminds us of something simple and eternal, that true beauty isn't in being seen. It's in making others feel seen. And that night, under the golden lights of the Love Your W Gala, Taehyung did exactly that. He didn't steal the spotlight, he shared it. And that's what makes him unforgettable.